We are live, guys. I'm saying Mr. Blitz Tech.
Revenue GS.
Joe, 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds.
And welcome to your first Death Note watch along.
Anime!
Yes, more anime. I feel like this anime is for you, innit? I know I've said this before, but I'm just going to remind you. I feel like this anime speaks to your soul.
You're putting expectations on this thing.
That's fine.
Just play the episode and let it take you, bro. Don't gas, man.
Fine. Let's go. Got to. What's with the church music?
I think that's a bit quiet.
What? A pair of sleeping skulls?
And then again, no hard feelings, right?
Hey there, Ryu. We told you to join us. You should come play with us for a change.
No, I'll pass.
Can you please translate the following sentence into English? Follow the teachings of God and receive his blessings, and so it shall be that the seas will again become bountiful.
Today, at approximately 11 a.m., a 32-year-old man was found stabbed to death in his apartment in the city of Yokohama, Kanagawa Prefecture. Kanagawa police are treating this case as homicide.
Day in, day out. The same news on permanent repeat.
This is all so ridiculous.
This world is rotten.
It's crazy that he didn't change that.
What?
The title names.
What, it's English? Thunder. Wow.
That has ever occurred in our recorded history. Death Note? As in a notebook of death? How to use it? The human whose name is written in this notebook shall die. Pretty lame.
Hey, he was icy.
Correct energy.
Different from one of those chain letters you get. This note will not take effect unless the writer has the person's face in their mind when writing his or her name. Therefore, people sharing the same name will not be affected. If the cause of death is written within 40 seconds of writing the person's name, it will happen. If the cause of death is not specified, the person will simply die of a heart attack. After writing the cause of death, details of the death should be written in the next 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So depending on the person you have in mind, you can either kill them easily or painfully, huh? This is pretty detailed for a prank, I'll give them that. So I write a name and that person dies. Like anyone would believe that.
You're right there.
Very good.
It's a bit mad, isn't it?
The fuck?
Wait, on the off chance someone really dies, would that make me a murderer? Yeah, right. It's completely impossible.
The same assailant who attacked 6 people at a busy shopping district in Shinjuku yesterday has struck again, taking 8 people hostage at this daycare center. His captives include both children and teachers. The police have now identified the suspect as 42-year-old Kuro
Get him.
Onohara,
Get him.
currently unemployed. We expect negotiations to begin immediately.
A heart attack in 40 seconds? Looks like the notebook doesn't work.
Wait, we're seeing something here. Looks like movement at the front entrance.
Okay, we now have confirmation. The suspect has been found dead inside. I repeat, the suspect is now dead.
Dead?
The special forces are denying allegations that they shot the suspect.
So it's quite possible he was feeling cornered and decided to commit suicide?
Well, according to statements from the hostages, the suspect just suddenly collapsed.
Heart attack? No way. It's coincidence. This has to be a coincidence. Death note. It's unlikely, but if by chance this thing is for real, I have to test it one more time. In which case, it should probably be another criminal. But if he's too little known, that'll be a problem. If he dies, there's a good possibility the news of his death will be covered up.
Bro, you gotta kill him in a mad way, fam.
Hey, real buddy.
So you can be 30.
Didn't you want to lend me $20?
Not again, but I can't do that.
Pseudo. Maybe I should try killing him. No, I should definitely avoid killing people I know. And again, does it even really matter? Would anyone really care if a guy like him was to disappear one day? It makes you wonder if you'd be doing society a favor by getting rid of all these people.
Hey, baby! Where you going? Come have a little fun with us. What's up, little lady? The name's Taco Shibuimaru. Let's go, boys. Strip it down right.
Funny story though.
These man are moving ultra mad.
Now, what will happen?
Hey, wait up! Taco, look out!
That settles it. The death note. It's for real.
It's been 5 days. Now then, I better get going. You headed somewhere, you?
Can't you tell you that our whole world looks like this?
You must have some idea where you dropped the thing.
Yeah.
The human world.
That's it.
What a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting you home so early.
Yeah. Hi, Mom. It's because... Oh, the results of the nationwide exams.
I've been waiting all day.
Here.
Goodness, number 1 again. These are the highest scores you've had.
Yeah, I guess. I'm going to study in my room, so please don't interrupt me.
Got to go kill
As
some
you
people.
All right. Do you want anything at all, dear? You can ask for whatever you like.
No, I'm fine, Mom.
Murder.
Thanks, though. I've already got what I want.
Yo! Is that a book?
Mm-hmm.
This guy's finished, bro.
So what, was he riding on down the way from home?
This guy's finished, bro.
You've taken quite a liking to it. No reason to act surprised. I am the Shinigami of Yuke. That used to be my notebook.
Shinigami. The god of death, huh? Well, I'm not surprised. In fact, Ryuk, I've been waiting for you.
Oh?
I've already figured out that this death note I found is real.
This brother's a demon, bro.
And now that I've witnessed the proof of its power, I only feel more confident in what I'm gonna do.
Look at how many people you've killed in only 5 days. Most are reluctant to write this much.
I've already prepared myself, Ryuk. I used the notebook even though I knew it belonged to a Shinigami. And now that Shinigami has come. So what'll happen to me? You're here to take my soul, right?
What do
Merge.
you mean? Is that some fantasy you humans came up with?
Take his job.
I'm not gonna do anything to you. The notebook becomes part of the human realm from the very moment it touches the earth. In other words, the notebook is now yours.
This is mine?
If you don't want it, just give it to someone else. But if you give it away, I'd have no choice but to erase your memories of the notebook.
So then, you're saying I can use the Death Note all I want and I won't be punished?
Let's just say this. You will feel the fear and pain known only to humans who've used the notebook. And when it's your time to die, it will fall on me to write your name in my Death Note. Be warned, any human who's used a Death Note can neither go to heaven or hell for eternity. That's all.
Finished, fam.
Now you have something to look forward to after you die. In other words, the Death Note is the bond between Light, the human, and Ryuk, the Shinigami.
Yeah, I just have one more question to ask you. Why was I chosen for this? Hey, are you even listening? Just answer my question.
I didn't choose you. Don't you see this is all just an accident? You actually thought you were chosen because you're so smart or something? Don't be so vain. It just happened to fall around here and you just happened to pick it up. And that's all there is to it.
Yeah, I don't believe
That's why I wrote the instructions in English, the most popular language in the human world.
Then why did you drop it in the first place? You even wrote down specific instructions. So don't try to tell me this was an accident.
You're asking me why? But I want to know why you only wrote the cause of death for that guy who was hit by the truck.
If you don't write down the cause of death, the victim dies of a heart attack. And that's probably the best thing about the Death Note. I want the world to know of my existence. That there's someone out there passing righteous judgment on the wicked.
Thanos!
Why even bother? What are you trying to achieve by passing judgment on them? I mean, why do you care?
Because I've been bored too.
This brother's a
I wasn't
psychopath.
ready to believe it at first, but it's obvious now. There's something about the Death Note itself that makes humans want to try it out at least once. I killed them both.
That's a psychopath.
Really, I killed 2 men.
A sociopath, whatever, bro. He's finished,
It
bro.
won't be overlooked. Besides, who am I to pass judgment on others? I wonder, what if someone else had picked up this notebook? Is there anyone out there other than me who'd be willing to eliminate the vermin from the world? If I
Oh,
don't do it, then who will? That's just it, there's no one. But I can do it. In fact, I'm the only one who can. I'll do it. Using the Death Note, I'll change the world.
Stop! It's the music that kills man, fam. Man's on job, bro. Hey, that pen's got some next power to it, fam.
First, I wrote the names of the worst criminals I could think of. Like I was cleaning up the world, one name at a time. Accidental death.
Why a minute?
And only then the world will start moving in the right direction.
this guy's
It'll
mind's
be a new
finished, bro.
world, free of injustice and populated by people who I've judged to be honest, kind, and hardworking.
But if you did that, it would make you the only bad person left.
But
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm a hardworking honor student who's considered to be one of Japan's best and brightest.
Still a mass murderer.
And I will become the god of this new world.
It's just as I thought. Humans are so interesting.
you meant to say tapped.
Bro, I was thinking the same thing, bro. If he had said tap then, bro, I would have left, bro.
days. Hey. Around the second episode.
100%. Doubling up.
The human whose name is written in this notebook shall die. Now, what will happen? Death Note.
Blood.
It's for real.
Is that point?
We'll see if it is.
Any human who's used a death note can neither go to heaven nor hell for eternity.
I want the world to know of my existence. That there's someone out there passing righteous judgment on the wicked.
This is why he's nuts, bro.
I will become the god of this
It's
new
the thing,
world.
man. It's the arm to
Found himself overwhelmed with
Him on the butt. Scribbling names, bruv.
I thought it'd never end. Oh, you do this every day. It's so boring here. Hey, where you going? Hey, Light, are you listening to me?
Don't talk to me. Unlike you, people can still hear me when I talk out loud.
Well, aren't you boring?
Hey, what's up, Light? We were just gonna head down.
Sorry, I'm a little busy today.
There was more violence across the city today. Another stabbing, this time at a restaurant in the heart of the Kabukicho district of Shinjuku. Following a heated case.
Hey, Light. I'm talking to you.
What is it?
Why are you working so hard? I'd be careful if I were you. If anyone else touches that new book you've got hidden in the drawer right now, they'll be able to see me too.
He waits till now to mention that important detail? What are you stuck on?
Well, I think all of it.
There have been 52 deaths that we're aware of, and that's just in the past week. Every single one of them involved a heart attack.
Morning, Chief. I started the meeting without you.
That's fine. I had to take an urgent call from headquarters.
You think it's possible to simultaneously kill all these people in different locations?
We're treating this as an elaborate murder plot that's been carried out by a large organization. If it is a large organization, I'm sure I'm not alone in suspecting the FBI or CIA. Now, this is not the time to be joking around. We need to confirm that these are indeed homicides and not coincidences.
How? Autopsy results show that in all of these cases, the victims died of a sudden heart attack.
Investigating a series of heart attacks is pointless. I don't see what else we can learn. Absolutely. If these people have been shot or stabbed, at least we have something to go on. If that's the case, it looks as if we'll have no choice but to bring in L.
Quiet real quick.
Chief, what's this L they're talking about?
Right. I forgot that it's your first time at this conference. We don't know L's real name or whereabouts. In fact, we still don't even know what he looks like. However, he's managed to solve every case he's ever taken on, and he's tackled some of the greatest mysteries this world has ever known. He hides in the shadows, but he's the best of the best. A last resort, our trump card.
L would now like to address the delegates.
Greetings to all of you at the ICPM. I am M.
I can't afford to carry something this dangerous with me anymore. Up until now, I thought that if my family ever saw the notebook, I could tell them I was keeping records of various criminals in preparation for becoming a detective one day. But I'm walking a very fine line right now. I don't want to think about it, but if I make one mistake, I might end up killing my own family.
The difficulty of this case lies in its unprecedented scope. And
This brother trying to set the book on fire.
witnessing an atrocious act of mass murder, one that is unforgivable.
What? Why Japan in particular?
Whether the guilty party is an individual or a group, there's a strong possibility that they're Japanese. Even if they're not, we'll be sure they're hiding in Japan.
A direct confrontation?
At any rate, I would like to set up the investigation headquarters in Japan.
You left a key in the lock.
And that's the whole point.
Isn't that just a regular diary?
That's what it is. I'm guessing that once most people find the diary inside my desk, but the real key is this. A regular ballpoint pen, and all I need is this part. If you look closely, you'll find that there's a small hole underneath the drawer. Then you just insert this.
A fake bottom.
Even if someone figures out that there's a fake base, I've set things up so that there's no way they could get their hands on the notebook. You see, once the ink reservoir is inserted, it acts as an insulator, preventing the flow of electricity around the circuit. When the fake base of the drawer is put back, this piece of rubber also prevents the flow of electricity. However, if someone were to try and force the bottom of the drawer open, the circuit would connect, and that would ignite the gasoline contained in this thin plastic casing, instantly setting the notebook on fire.
If you make even the slightest mistake, you could be badly burned.
Risky? You say the strangest things sometimes, Ayuk. This whole thing has been a risk since the very beginning, from the moment I obtained the death note. It all comes down to a choice. Would I prefer to be executed or deal with a little house fire?
This guy's fucked. Rotted.
This is unbelievable. Criminals are dropping like flies lately. It's a little scary, but at the same time, it's kind of cool. Yeah, just make sure you don't do anything bad. I was surprised.
He looks like him.
No way. The police don't have that kind of power. Don't you know about him? Huh? About who? Kita. You know, Kita. I wonder who's going to be killed next.
Websites like this are popping up everywhere lately.
The legend of Kita the Savior. Huh.
They're still calling this a succession of unexplained deaths among the world's most hardened criminals. But the people of the world can already sense that there's something happening. They know there's someone out there passing righteous judgment.
It's just wrong to kill people.
That's what they're bound to say. Of course, that's the correct response to give, right? Most are too afraid to support me as they're worried about what others will think.
The internet.
My existence.
Sounds like Kira to me, boy.
Where you can remain anonymous. Support for Kira is growing.
What's this? Oh, we have a pizza. Okay.
We now take you live to the ICPO. I am Lind L. Taylor, otherwise known as L.
Exposing himself, yeah.
So this is how it all begins.
What's the shirt?
I don't get it. He's never actually shown his face before, right? Why would he choose to do it now?
It must mean L's serious about this. L, we followed every single one of your orders. Now it's time for you to prove what you said to the ICPO.
Criminals around the world are being murdered by a serial killer.
You'll have to get this first. And as long as the police don't find it, there won't be any evidence to convict me.
What you're doing right now is evil.
You think I'm evil? I am justice! I protect the innocent and those who fear evil! I'm the one who will become the god of a new world that everyone desires! All those who would oppose that god, they are the ones who are truly evil! I guess you're just too stupid, El. Too bad. This could have been a lot more interesting if you'd only been a bit smarter.
Oh, you can't write my man's name. What's going on here? Oh, you better come back to reality, fam.
Bro, real big as well.
He's about to be one of these, man, bro.
Seconds.
Fimi got one of them, bro.
Shinigami.
Yeah, bro. Watch. He ain't dying. Oh, he's gone! Man's out here busting a nut, bro.
You got nothing else to say?
That went L, bro.
I had to test this just in case, but I never thought it would actually happen.
What?
The police arrested him in absolute secrecy, so you wouldn't have heard about him on TV or through the internet. It appears that not even you have access to information about these types of criminals.
He got your name.
But I assure you, L is real. I do exist. Now, try to kill me.
You bastard.
What the hell is going on?
This is taking this too far. Are you trying to kill yourself, El? What's going on? Look, it's Kira versus L.
This is great.
Amazing. Do it, Kira!
Well, Kira, it seems that you can't kill me after all.
So there are some people you can't kill. You've given me a useful hint.
Let me return the favor. I'll tell you something that I think you'll find interesting. Although this was announced as a worldwide broadcast, the truth is, we are only broadcasting in the Kanto region of Japan. I had planned to broadcast this message around the world until I found you, but it looks like that won't be necessary. I now know where you are. The police treated your first killing as an unrelated incident, when in actuality the first of your victims was a suspect in Shinjuku. You are in Japan, and your first victim was little more than an experiment, which means that you haven't been killing for very long. We decided to broadcast in Kanto first because of its large population, and luckily we found you. Naturally, I'm very interested to know how you're able to commit these murders without being present, but I don't mind waiting a little bit longer.
You can answer all of my questions when I catch you.
Let's meet again soon.
Really? He's going to sentence me to death? Sounds interesting. I accept your challenge, El. Each of them has to hunt down the other without knowing.
Bro, this music kills me, fam.
When his identity is revealed, will die. Humans are so much fun.
Oh, I was gonna say, this is interesting. That's what they say. That I'm gonna reverse it with cap.
I am justice.
Mad thing. These dudes.
Anime indeed. So, as usual, as always, whenever we start with a new anime watch along, Joe, what are your thoughts?
Watched 2 episodes. I thought they were really good. Really good. Really good. I'm very interested in this show, the world they created. I'm actually super plugged there. I'm trying to think, like, yeah, might have just jumped past Jujutsu Kaisen and all of those. Might just have fun. Yeah, because, like, I feel like the first 2 episodes are so good. Like, one, with the first episode just introducing us to the character. What's he called?
Which one?
The demon. What's he called? Ashubi what?
He's Ryuk, the Shinigami.
The Shinigami. Introducing us to the Shinigamis and then that world, like, I thought was sick. Like, they didn't take it too deep. Couple lines of exposition and you just get it. Even setting up that these man are like foot soldiers to a god. I loved how they just had that in like one word, basically. So I thought that was sick. And then introducing us to my man. What's his name? Light. Yeah, it's a mad name for him, innit? Because he's a demon, bro. Get me? He's a full-on devil, bro. Get me? So I love that we're basically on the bad guys' side of it, and that the Shirigami, what's his name? Ryuk is like, just like, this is something that just came out of boredom, innit? Like, our job's boring, so I'm gonna go mess with the humans, you get me? Like, but yeah, I thought that was sick about the first episode. What I love about the second episode is the complete opposite of that, where it's like, it's introducing us to L, who is the hero of the show, we believe, you get me? Or he's fighting against the murderers or whatever. Get me? And I love how in one episode, the same thing, in one episode they showed you how sick Light is, and in one episode they showed you how sick L is. And I love how, Ryuk?
Yeah.
Is there like, raw, fam, this guy's, yeah, he's on job, bro. Like, and I love how he's kind of got no side as well. Like, yeah, you've got his death note, but he did this because he wants something to watch. Like, he just wants a new TV series. So he's done this. So he's here, like, but he's not really on any side. He's just like, yeah, this is about to be a madness. So yeah, I love everything we just watched. I loved all of that, bro. It was mad.
Sam, you have watched?
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, just watching Death Note again, especially episode 1 and 2. Like Joe was saying, just the start of here, how they kind of set the world, the boundaries, everything. Like, obviously, you're introduced to Light. He's like the best in the nation of Japan. Man even says himself that he finds just like studying everything just bored because it feels like it just comes to him naturally. So now that he found his book and he looked at it once and he looked at it and he saw the rules, it was like this seems a bit too crazy. This must be some kind of prank. So he throws it back down And then before we know it, he's actually taking it home. We're like, let me actually test what's going to go on here. So once he actually does get his first body, man's now taking on the whole thing of, I am now that pinnacle of justice. People who are done evil or been evil or criminals, it's now upon me to now relinquish them of the world and make a better world. Like even the whole theme of the, like, you got the choir music at the beginning. The very first thing that we hear Light say is a quote about gods and stuff. And now that I think, what they're saying, bro, is legitimately mad. So yeah, the way they said Light is crazy.
Like one of the real cool things about these watch-alongs is that you haven't watched it. You've watched it. I have only watched the movie. I've never watched the anime.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? I've always was told like, raw, how can you watch the movie without watching the anime? And I was like, fam, I was introduced in Death Note by a movie.
Right. Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? I remember watching that first movie and I was like, raw, this thing is sick. And I went to bad up the next two movies.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But watching the anime for the first time, and obviously like over here, it feels like it's more in depth. And I guess that's why people were like, yo, like they feel some type of way about the movie. Do you know what I mean? But it's mad because it's like you said, first episode, I guess we're on light side. Second episode, like L comes. And I'm just like, and obviously it depends how you see the world. Who are you going to pick? Do you know what I mean? Like, bruv, Light is moving nuts.
Light's finished, bro.
He's
finished. He's finished.
Tapped. Definitely.
He's finished.
But then to me, like, I question, because like, when they were in the room with were they the leaders or just all the
they're all the leaders of all the nations,
world,
bro.
Right? So they were represented. And I'm like, raw, you work for these men. And there's a scene where like there was one fat guy who's like a bare sweating and stuff like that. And me and you was like, yo, he's definitely like a criminal. He's guilty of something. And I'm just like, raw, L, you're over here fighting my man for these crimes, but you're also working for world leaders who also commit crimes. So how does that work?
See, and bro, this is another thing like that about the show that's man. It's like Light has to understand that, bro, you are killing the bottom of the barrel, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the criminals that them man are putting in jail.
Exactly.
But this is actually an issue with like all superheroes, bro. All superheroes are doing ground level work, bro. Even if you're saving the universe, bro. But with the corporate crime and the government crime and the war, all of that stuff, yeah, you might have letting go, bro. So yeah, I hear what you're saying about L, but L's one of them, man, isn't he? He is. Like, he's one of them, man, so
He's
much that
also
he can't
justice.
even show himself to them, man, because them, man, would probably finish him for the stuff that he investigates.
Right.
So, bruv,
It's gonna get dicey.
bruv. It's finished, bruv.
It's gonna get dicey, isn't it?
Go on.
Now, what I do love, like Raven was saying, like, it is on your moral compass. Because obviously, I do believe Light has gone too far. He shows in the second episode, man starts laughing.
He's done.
In 5 days, he's killed these criminals. But he does say the fact that if you've done, like, heinous things, like, do you then deserve to die by the heinous things you've done? But then the way he goes about it, I think is a bit too ridiculous because he's like taking it upon himself, like he's like judge, jury, and executioner rather than it being the whole entire world. Like sometimes I do feel like if you killed someone, soon you also be killed. But then it's like if you've done the wrong crime and you're framed for it, you might have killed the wrong person. So unless there's like no actual,
I hear what you're saying. That
that
he needs to do more research into who he's killing. But the reason he's tapped, there's two things that make him ultra tapped. One is man referred to himself as God.
Yeah.
Finished. I don't care if he's got the right motives. You're finished, bro. You're finished. The second one is the second he had opposition, he had like to us. L had done nothing wrong, bruv. In my mind, I was like, oh, this is just a regular guy, good man, he's got a wife, kids, works for the police, high level guy. Man struck him off the list. Like, bruv, man didn't even write his name like how he'd been doing it, all surgical. Oh yeah, this is a good. Man wrote that thing with passion across the whole page and waxed that guy out, fam. Bruv, that enjoyment there, nah, fam. Even Thanos says it, bruv. I'm not gonna enjoy this. I'm not gonna enjoy. Like, I don't take no pleasure out of snapping off the world, bruv. You get me? But it's just for the betterment. He's tapped.
Too far.
Yeah, bruv. He's a villain, bruv.
He has like, I see two sides to him, because there's that side where I'm like, I'm on your side. I'm like, yo, this guy is fully finished. But then there's also the other side of him where he's like, oh, people will be politically correct, but feel about this. And that kind of, and what's so sick about this thing, I don't know when this came out, but I watched this the movie over 10 years ago, right? So them days, social media, the way people went on social media, like ranting and being racist and abusing and doing all kind of stuff, that didn't happen. That didn't exist. And it seems like this was almost ahead of time, and be like, yo, people move certain way, but this is exactly how they feel. And they go to these blogs, create fake accounts to remain anonymous and express exactly how they feel. And I feel like, watching this today, it's a madness, bro. Like, if this was to come out today, like, would it cause a riot on socials as well?
I don't think it would, because I just feel like that's like, people know that. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Everyone is aware that's what happens on social media. Like, you man are saying one thing at yard, but you're out here saying something else. Like, we know. So I don't feel like it would, but I do love that they just brought that whole concept up, because obviously that was in the episode when we were still building the case of Light as the good character. But obviously he's still, whether the people ground level support you or not, it's about you, the individual, bruv. And he, the individual, is a devil, bruv. He's a demon, bruv. He's possessed by something, bruv. And it's not the Death Note. And that's what I like about this, bruv. Because it's like, the Death Note ain't put no influence on man. And the demon, he ain't done nothing to man either. He came down and day one said, 5 days, you went in. No one usually does that. God. Usually they write one name, make sure it's real, and they're like, no, this ain't for me. But he's one of them. No. He's one of them, bruv. Like, I love how when they was doing the world building, when he was like, when you die, you're not going to heaven or hell, because you've been playing with this. He must go and be one of these, man. He has to. And that's what I love as well. Like, they pattern that whole universe. Like, I want to get deeper. I want to get deeper into these, man, as well. Like, what's his power? Like, what is the guy with the skull head? Like, what's he doing? Like, get me. If you're running the Death Note, like, if you're deaf, what is he? Like, is he greed? Has he got like a greed book? Bruv, yeah, fam. For me, it's sick. It's sick.
Like, touching that whole thing about just humans and like, who was Light before the book, and it goes to, I think, same thing with like, who was someone before money, and it usually is, you're the same person without it, but it now enhances you now that you're with it.
Oh, that's such a good perspective, yeah.
So if you're like an idiot without money, now that you get money, you're still an idiot. Just with money.
I mean, this is why they kind of showed that scene where they both Light and Raikou were having the same thoughts, like, yo, this world is rotten.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like day in, day out, man seeing the same news. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, different news, but same news. Do you know what I mean? Like, crime everywhere, murder everywhere. And
so it's like, what was his thoughts? Like, it almost feels like
he probably would have been like a vigilante at some point anyway.
That's it. Like, man's getting the highest scores and stuff. He's probably, and even now the trap that he's setting to make sure that the Death Note isn't disclosed, who knows that he would have done stuff, like you're saying,
stuff like that to catch villains or something,
without being cool.
Yeah.
So it's legitimately mad.
That reminds me of not McLovin, the dude from
MacGyver.
Not MacGyver, bro. From oh my god, it'll come back to me. Where he sets up all the bodies to catch up, like to raise. It'll come back. It's a series. It'll come back to me. But one thing that's actually pretty, like, I think he was supposed to become a detective, because like, when he was playing to Raikou, like, yo, I only have this time to write all these things because I gotta get some sleep, so my grades don't drop. And I'm pretty sure he mentioned something about becoming a detective or going to the academy.
I don't know, they just said that they had some like an after school club that he had to go to, but I didn't hear. I think that's when they mentioned the academy thing, but I didn't hear what it was for.
It's mad.
It's mad.
It's mad. So mad.
Yeah.
So mad. Guys, well, welcome to another anime review. Jump in the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts. Oh yeah, before we finish, if you had a Death Note book, how would you move by?
The thing is, I would probably move like Lightyear, but I would not be saying I am a god. I would not be saying I do justice. And
so who are you clapping off the list, bro?
That's the thing. Like I was saying before, like sometimes I do believe the people who have committed murders, especially if you're a serial killer.
What would you do, Sam?
Like I would be writing those guys off.
Okay, how? How are you researching? How are you certain that these man did it, bro?
That's the thing. Like I just wouldn't be going through the news and be like, "Oh, he just been committed this murder. He's now be written." But if the news is saying, like this police officer, like I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but this police officer, for some odd reason, raped a girl, then killed her and left her body, and then because it's a police officer, thought it was never going to get caught. They found out it was him. I'd probably write that man's name in the book. I think
it's mad dicey because with that, who caught him?
Exactly.
Where is the evidence to point out? Because like this, well, we live in a world where Bear Man has been sent to jail, where police officers have set the man up.
That's what I said before. Is like I could write someone's name in the book, believing that's the dude, but there could be an organization be like, "You're going to take the fall for my man,"
right?
And this is what I'm saying.
And that's the problem.
Oh no, bro. Yeah, but you're trying to. Who are you putting in the book? Bro?
I just said what I said.
Yeah, no.
So if I see what,
but how are you certain? That's what I'm saying. How are you going to just search that through the news and Google?
Like I haven't got resources. I'm not in the police or anything. So my only like things would be, making sure that the evidence that they have is there. But like I said, if someone set man up, he's like, I'll take the fall for this dude. That guy's gonna go. From what I can see. Unfortunately, I'm not a detective like that, innit?
Peak. What about you? You like Batman, innit? You like all that detective stuff. So you like, and this is why I said like this is so for you because like detective and all that stuff.
Like very cerebral.
Bruv. Firstly, I feel like I would say I'm not clapping anyone off, but I am. Bruv. Because bruv, it's a mad power, bruv. It's a mad power, bruv, and it's like I can't be wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like the amounts of research man's gonna have to do for me is too much.
Right.
So I'm probably gonna clap man I know. To start. Bro, I'm just saying. Because I can guarantee it. Do you know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, I'm like, the man I know, I don't believe they're doing that much crud to be getting clapped. So then I'm like, maybe I'm not. But then, bro, I don't know, fam. It's sticky, bro. It's sticky, bro. Because it's like, bro, you see a couple man in Parliament and you're like, you could get clapped. But at the same time, I'm like, if you get clapped, there's just going to be another brother doing what you're doing tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, replace it.
Do you know what I'm saying? Bruv, it's sticky, bruv. I don't know. I'd have to sit down and like really...
Go really into your Batman thing.
Bruv, yeah. Because do you know what's mad? When he was talking about the 6 hours, I've only got this much time, I was like, bruv, why are you still going to school? Because for me, that's what I'm saying, bruv. That thing would have to... That would have to be, if this is what you're doing, that has to be your whole universe, bro.
Well, you said that, because if he did stop doing the things he was doing...
Yeah, they will clock him.
They
I get that. I get that, bro. But this ain't, bro, what he's doing ain't no part-time job, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. But I bear in mind, he's one of the smartest people in the country. So maybe for him, he can do it in that amount of time. But for me, bro, like, you're just gonna, like, Joe's just gonna disappear one day. Like, you'll feel like, maybe someone wrote his name off in a death note. And then, yeah, I'm saying, but...
You just go to, like...
Bruv, I don't know.
Like jungles in Africa or something.
It's not even there, bruv. You need the internet, innit? At least, bruv.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, man of steel, just walking around with a backpack, like, oh, there he is. Like,
nomad thing.
I feel like you'd have to hunt these man... I feel like I'd have to hunt these man down and actually know, bruv. Like, you'd have to know for sure, for certain.
That's mad.
Do you not think so?
Wow.
A little bit,
you can't, bruv, the Google thing's mad.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, the man on the, or like, maybe on the FBI, CIA's most wanted list, that we're pretty sure these man did that. I can understand if you want to go that way, innit? But I don't trust none of that stuff. You get me? Because if these man put my face on a poster and said I did something, that's what the world thinks happened.
That's it.
So I don't know, innit? You get me?
What about you, Raven?
I'm fantasying the thing, bruv.
What does that mean?
Balancing the thing because you know why?
Like who you get? But who are you going with?
Like
every criminal.
Like all that's imbalancing it. Because you know what you were saying, or like, raw. If I take one man, they'll replace it. Mm-hmm. If I Thanos in the thing, bruv, the human mind's gonna be like, yo, I can't do no wrong. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? Like the way
you're gonna clap bare innocent politicians as well,
bruv. It is what it is. Then, you know, bruv, it just because you know what? Like, here's the thing. From time, you decide.
I hear what you're saying.
I'm gonna do this, bruv. There is.
I hear
you're just. You know what I'm saying? There's no 100% you're gonna get it right.
Right.
But at least if you come up with like a system where you're like, oh, this particular, I don't know, type of thing that humans have, and I X that, that now becomes obsolete. That doesn't exist on planet Earth. Who do you think anyone in their right mind is gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna become a politician. I'm gonna be no, brother. Hey, listen, I don't want no part of that. I'll go and become an engineer or a doctor.
But then who's gonna govern people?
Yeah, bro. It's mad,
bruv,
because like, you would have to do, and this is what I was saying.
Who's gonna govern, bruv? How do you think people that, for example, people that live in the jungle, in the Amazon,
there's definitely a higher up to them, man.
Yeah,
like a chief or something.
Yeah, but exactly, bruv. But that comes with a communal thing. Mm-hmm. There is no corruption involved. There isn't. You know what I'm saying? Because them people, they are more about being attached to Earth and stuff like that. Like being the wise one. Mm-hmm. That's who they lean towards. Because like, yo, they listen to the wise and the most known around their thing. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's how it end up becoming with us. It's like, yo, like we can govern ourselves without these men. That's the way
thing,
I
though.
see it.
Like, you don't know how that man became the white. Like, it's always going to be mad.
This is why I said you have to clap, man. You know, bro.
Listen, the world's already mad. So,
bruv, the thing is, about your Thanos thing is that it makes sense. I hear what you're saying, but once you do that, you can live like we're in the jungle. Yeah. You can govern yourself, bruv. Yeah. Man at Alpha. Outside, there's bare of them man that ain't.
Yeah,
like,
that's fine.
They're gonna be bro. It'll be finished, bro.
It'll be almost finished, bro. It'll be almost like you're pressing a reset button on the thing.
It will be, bro. But these man, you don't know what they're gonna be on, bro. Just the regular people. No.
Be like the purge, basically.
Yeah, fam. Bro. That'll be dead, bro. That'll be mad.
I mean,
bro.
That's what the world might need.
The thing is, I think if you're gonna do that, you have to come forward, bro, and be like, I finished these, man. Not with the note, bro.
Like yes,
I know. Yes, bro.
1,000%.
Yes, because
I would definitely put a message out there.
If you clap them all, and there's no, you have to let everyone know, I've done this. If you man start moving mad again, I'm coming for all the police.
Yeah,
because you have to put a check in there that people are like, oh, this thing wasn't no random event, and the repercussions can come down on me as well.
I would definitely have a message out there. Like, and the thing is, I'll probably have a message out there before the thing happened. So when the thing happened, you knew what time it was. Because otherwise, anyone can claim that. Anyone can claim that.
True.
But if I make the message, like, yo, in the next 24 hours, after this message, the next 24 hours, if you've been on crud, you've got the last 24 hours to spend with your peeps.
You're not saying on crud though, but you just said you're wiping out all the politicians, good, bad, whatever.
Yeah, bruv. Listen.
That's not on crud though, is
it? You're part of that system.
Yeah, but that's what. Yeah, but I understand what you're saying, but there's one or two of them in there who are trying to believe. Yeah, who believe that they can change the system.
Listen, you better resign right then and there. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I mean. It's always going to be mad.
But this is why this anime, I just find it so fascinating. You know what I'm saying? Even though I never watched the anime, I watched the movie.
People I know, bro.
Listen, as long as it's not me, I'm cool with it.
Not like when I say no, I'm not talking about my friends and the people around.
You never know. Some people might feel some type of way. They just don't have
that, bro.
They're the same people.
I'm not the guy who shows up at the purge and then kills everyone at the yard, bro. That's not me, bro.
You never know. There might be that guy who creates that fake account on Twitter and every day is giving you dislikes, writing, but that's your boy. You know what I'm saying, like, bro? You never know.
Yeah. But that's what I was saying about, like, I feel if you kill the murderers and stuff, I feel like that's less likely for there to be people to be, again, murderers. But then that would then have to be like a mental thing where it's like, I don't really care.
But there's always going to be murder.
Yeah, there's always going to be that. There's going to be that. But like but that's the thing. That's the thing. To me, the way I see it, there's certain things that come with nature. Do you know what I'm saying? Like alphas and murder. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like, bruv, if you look at all things that belongs to this earth, bruv, one thing claps the other.
Mm-hmm.
It's just when it comes to us, we clap others for the wrong reasons, like pure evilness, while they do it because it's a cycle of things.
Yeah, survival.
Yeah, that's the way I see things.
Mm-hmm.
So at least if at least things will I guess we'll kind of go back to the Stone Age or something. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? But at least, bruv, there ain't gonna be hungry people. There ain't gonna be people over here. You know what I'm saying? Like using all of this to gain power or monetize, and people over here starving. Do you know what I'm saying,
bro?
So you're saying if I was to write everyone that did knife crime, don't think knife crime would then not diminish, but like lower at least. Like they'd be like, oh, there's actually repercussions that if I was to knife someone, I am too gonna get finished.
I don't know,
Bruv.
Because obviously, like
it's like when Batman puts everyone in jail for we've got 16 months of clean streets. But them man ain't coming out, bruv. Like the new wave's coming, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? One baby's gonna stab a baby at some point.
and the worst thing is you put those people with that mentality in prison, but that's even worse.
No, not prison.
He's
Like,
killing them all. Everyone who's ever used a knife, he's just wiping them out.
Prison. White.
I don't know, bro.
You man are finished.
Going back to baby.
Like, firstly, disclaimer, like all the views here.
Bro, that disclaimer came mad late, bro.
Bro, I was waiting to the end to just disclaimer everything, bro. Disclaimer. Like, yeah. I don't even know what the disclaimer is, bro. All the views here are mine,
it's
Ravens,
just sci-fi.
and Sam's.
It's just sci-fi. It doesn't come out of this review. That's it.
Doesn't represent.
When you say when you like a book,
I said I don't have a book or a note. So.
Wow.
Guys, appreciate you locking in. We'll see you guys next week for more Death Note review. Peace.
What happened? Nothing happened. Nothing except for the war. Too many people died in this land. All that pain forced me to grow up.
What does that mean?
That even innocent, foolish children will grow up in the face of pain.